West Tigers fans, our boys, they went and did it. They, in front of a packed crowd at the 8th Wonder of the World at Leichhardt Oval. We started the year with a huge win. We're going to talk about it and preview the game this week up on the Central Coast against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Join us for another episode on West Tigers Life. Give us a like and a subscribe while you wait. Jay? Welcome in, West Tigers fans, to another episode of the West Tigers Life podcast. I'm your host, Josh Barnett, as part of West Tigers TV. Thank you for joining us on another Wednesday night. Always fun to talk about another win. We are so close on West Tigers TV to 3,000 subscribers. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you could be, if you give us a subscribe, you might be the 3,000th subscriber. How good. We're so proud that this channel is absolutely smashing it. Shouts to the Claws Out boys and Adele, who did great episodes. They're on 3 episodes since we were last on air. It's 3 great episodes, and I'll get one of their hosts to give them a bit of a shout out as well in a second. Please give us a like on Facebook. The Facebook's killing it. Give us a like at West Tigers TV on Facebook, West Tigers Life on X and Instagram. And Mr. Bashara, how are you this evening? And well done to you and the Claws Out boys. Great coverage of an amazing win by the boys on Sunday. How good was Leichhardt Oval, and how good is West Tigers TV going?
I don't want to ruin my good from my good, bad and ugly, so I'll save that. But thank you very much, mate. Very proud of what all the boys are doing on Claws. Proud of what you're doing as well, Josh. The post-game reactions were fantastic. You might get a job as a school kid teacher or something like that.
School teacher?
Yeah, if you did very well with the kids on the post-game reactions. We got some really good numbers on West Tigers Life last week. It's just been a really busy week for West Tigers TV. This is kind of the end of my week for a Wednesday, so I get a few days of rest before the big rush on Sunday. But yeah, very, very proud with what's going on overall. Yeah,
the post-game reactions, very different on a Saturday afternoon than they are on a Saturday night.
And after a win instead of a loss.
Well, even the trial was a win. Very well lubricated. The people that do
lubricated?
It's, you know what I mean.
Was that the only word you could find?
Well hydrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Hydrated on a night game, as opposed to we had some great kids come on.
Yeah.
Some great people of all ages come on. And thank you to everyone at Leichhardt Oval. If you become a YouTube member of the channel, the full uncut version of the fan reactions is up on YouTube as well, rather than the little snippet highlights that we put on the socials. So another reason to become a member. And also I'm going to record a little bonus episode with a South Sydney fan. I know it's not much of a sell, but we're going to record a little bonus episode for you guys that are members as well this week. Speaking of post-game reactions, Mr. Hoff, Shane Hoff-Coet, how are you at the 8th Wonder of the World?
Had a good day.
Yeah.
No, a very, very good day. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Shano.
Josh. Great day. 17,000 people. Got to the OG early for a couple of beers. Met some listeners, which is always good. A couple of shout-outs. We caught up with Josh and Corey, and also got to meet Eden for the first time. And a special shout-out to the road worker that was on York Street, opposite the QVB, while waiting for my 437. He recognised us and said, "Hey, love the show." So
you were coming.
Special shout out to him.
Did he take the photo, Shane?
No, I did. I did take that photo.
Oh, you took it yourself?
I did.
Oh, okay. I thought someone took it for you.
No, I did. But yeah, shout out to him. I didn't get his name, but thanks for listening, bud. It was a great day. It was the first time actually I've ever sat in the stand at Leichhardt.
One of us now.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm always a hillbilly, but now I'm up with the special people. So
after us elites.
Yeah, but no, it was really good. So thanks, Gaz, for that ticket. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm wrapped. We did well. Let's not look too much at the Cowboys' poor form, but overall, we did what we had to do, and can't ask for much more than that.
Speaking of Gary, there's a comment. Where is Gary from a user Gary W3369? So Gary W3.
He doesn't know where he is.
Doesn't know. It's a Wednesday night, Gary. Come on.
I think
you got work tomorrow.
I think Gary's at home. Gary has been working, the only bloke working harder than me on West Tigers TV at the moment. He's been a very, very busy man.
Absolute legend. Righto, let's get into the show. First up, some plenty of good news happening in the last week. It's funny how you get a win, you get some good news. Adam Dewey / Dewey extends for a few years. Rob, how good? Unexpected, but I don't know. For me, it was unexpected.
It was unexpected for me too.
What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, look, very happy with it for his sake. I think it gives him some long-term security. Most would know he's, planning to get married, so he definitely needed that extra security. But more importantly, what a performance he did on Saturday afternoon, along with Jerome Luai. That halves combination was sensational. They can't do that without, the rest of the team playing well, but it was really encouraging. And, we've had a few signing extensions recently, Josh. We've had Sione Fainu, we've had Alex Twal. All three of those extended signings played fantastically well Saturday.
Yep. Are you invited to the wedding?
Not yet.
Not yet. They're still waiting by the letterbox.
Hello to Paul Dwayhe for watching.
Paul watches Adam's dad.
Friend, buddy, pal. He's a neighbour, mate. He only lives a few hundred metres from me.
Yeah, the whole of Strathfield should be going. Hoff, how...
I'm happy. I'm happy with the extension.
And what are your thoughts? Well, I'll get your thoughts too. What does this mean for Latu? What do you think?
I remember Latu's interview last year where he just said, I'm as patient as can be. He's happy to wait in the wings. Look, AD's brought the form he left last year, and that's all we can ask. So, look, I am worried about injury. He's on sort of, he's getting a little bit on in life, but overall, I'm happy with the extension. And then until he gets an injury, which hopefully he doesn't, I think we'll get the same form that we've seen, last week.
Agree totally, mate.
Absolutely. Right. So moving on to some more good news. Actually, is it good news? Let's wait for my computer to load. I'm pushing the buttons tonight. So if the pace of the show is a little bit off, it is bad news. It's up next.
That's okay.
An update on Taylor and May, Rob. I guess it's bad news, but it could have been worse for Taylor May.
And it still could be worse. So what we've been told is he'll be back for round 8. But there also is some speculation that with the sort of injury he's got, it could re-flare and he might be able to play out the rest of the season, but potentially there could be an end-of-season operation, which is never good, and I doubt you'd be fully recovered for the start of the following year should that happen. It's a huge loss, guys. We saw how ordinary we were in terms of offense in the centres last year until Taylor May joined us. And from the first game that he played with us, he was outstanding, not only for his attack, he's actually a really good defender too. So he's going to be a huge loss this week, trying to shut down Latrell Mitchell. Hopefully Jarrell Skelton does a really good job. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But yeah, very disappointed for Taylor. We don't want players going down this early. It was his first full pre-season with any club, according to what he said in our pre-season video. So just really disappointing for him that he's worked so hard in the off-season and that he suffered an injury. But that's what happens, unfortunately, in football.
Yeah, Hoff, how were you feeling when he went down quite early in that game?
Well, I wasn't happy. No, I wasn't. Look, he's been the one player I've been really looking forward to seeing this year, him and Bunty. But look, he wasn't icing it in that second half. He was sitting just in front of us. And so I wasn't 100% sure what had really happened until after the game. But yeah, once a shoulder pops, even though it went straight back in, which was good, it may not ever be the same. So I suppose, yeah, as they say, it's one of those ticking time bombs that hopefully he can see out the rest of this year and get it treated properly. But we need him, definitely. We're going to miss him these next 4 weeks, 100%.
Yeah, my wife did the same thing in Oztag 3 weeks before our wedding. She was in a sling, literally just before our wedding. She got out of the sling. So Not fun, the old shoulder injuries, but one thing that is fun, the new West Tigers, what's cultural jersey?
Multicultural jersey.
Multicultural jersey. And a polo too. Did you know there's a polo as well? You can get the polo version.
I saw that.
Have you ordered one yet?
No, I haven't.
I don't intend to be ordering one this year.
Very polarizing, to say the least. The tiger print jersey. This was the jersey too that we saw a little bit of a clip in the preseason, and I speculated online. We were talking about it at the Discord as well. It could be the Indigenous jersey because you can only see a little bit of the pattern. Turns out it's the cultural jersey. And look, Rob, you and I are tiger hard as they come. But my thoughts on the jersey is, have you seen it?
Oh, that's pretty much my first look at it. I did see something earlier, but I've never been one for jerseys.
You're not a jersey person.
I'm not a jersey guy. You can say I always wear T-shirts and stuff like that. You never see me in a Tigers jersey ever.
I like to dress up like the players to hold on to my.
Well, I got a good reason too. Most of them don't fit me.
They come in up to several XL, so I think you'll be fine. But my thoughts on this jersey is, I've got plenty of jerseys. I've got 30. I've lost count how many jerseys I have. I want to get the jersey, but I think this jersey, I think you got to admit, Hoff, the kids will love this jersey.
Oh, 100%.
This is a jersey that the kids are going to wear to their school mufti days, and I know there's what's the orange. There's a day where all the kids wear orange.
Harmony Day.
Harmony Day. Thank you. That's coming up, so it'll be a cool jersey to wear on Harmony Day. It is very out there. It is. I love, obviously, Tigers, or Tiger Heart. Love all things Tiger. I would have loved this jersey as a kid. As for the polo, rocking up to the pub in a tiger print polo,
not the greatest look.
Yeah, it's very out there. I like it's more of a costume as anything.
Call me old school, which I am. I know we're the Tigers. I get it. But I wish we'd concentrate more just on our colours in these jerseys. Okay. We've got the tiger emblem on our chest. Black, white, and orange. That's what we want to see. We don't need tiger heads. We don't need tiger prints. Let's just black, white, orange.
What about Scott Prince?
Great player. Yeah, that's just me. But again, kids, as you said, kids will love them. They're the best salespeople going around, kids. So I'm sure they'll sell out.
Yeah, they will. It's very out there. It's very it gives me Austin Powers vibes.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Josh, and say you won't see many of those at Lidcombe Oval.
Started already, ladies and gentlemen.
No, those jerseys. It's only just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Shano, trust me.
And lastly, more good news. We signed in the NRLW, and of course, shouts to, I think Rach is in the comments with Hear Her Raw podcast coming out later in the year on West Tigers TV. We have signed Jillaroo and New South Wales Blue Shaylee Bent. So she's joined the NRLW team. I'm keen to hear what Adele says about this. Obviously, former women's coach.
I'll ask her Sunday night. I don't know.
Because she is a Tigers junior. So
no idea.
I wonder if Adele had much to do.
If Adele's watching, he can put a shout out in the comments or something, but I'll have to ask him.
Were you excited to read this news?
All the best. No, yep. I wish her all the best. The NRLW, all the best. The West Tigers, all the best.
Speaking of all the best, let's wish Jason and iChoice all the best. Rob, thank you for having us again tonight, Jason.
Thanks. This setup we've got behind us is fantastic here. Thanks again, Jason, for having us. We took some mad photos last Friday, Josh, right where you're sitting with the whole iChoice team behind us. Great supporters of our show. If you want to contact Jason and his team, give them a call on 9743 0000 for all your financial loan needs, and you can find them on the corner of Liverpool Road and the Boulevard at Strathfield. That's
where we are, and as we've keep reiterating to people in the comments, yes, this is actually the office. This is what Jason's office. He's I actually saw Jason walk past. I didn't get the chance to. We'll been chatting to.
So he was there.
Yeah,
he was
there. Yeah. When someone came up to us in front of the Keith Barnes stand.
Oh, okay.
When you were buying the 50-50 ticket,
yes,
Jason walked past us then. Which we're in another conversation. So I did see Jason go past. He was at Leichhardt on the weekend. So shouts to Jason and iChoice. Who was that we were talking to?
Eden. I think it was Eden.
Shouts to Eden. Who got the photo with us at the OG?
Some girl.
No, it was
some lady. It was a lady, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was a guy. No, it was a guy. It was a bloke. We didn't get your name, but yeah.
I'm terrible with names. I was hoping Hoff would.
Wow.
If a lady actually gets a photo with us, we will remember her name because
100%.
That will be a massive shock. But I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Got the photo with us at the OG. Good, bad, and the ugly. Righto, Rob, kick us off with some good.
My good's pretty simple. I did one Sunday night, obviously, but I've had to go with 3 different ones for tonight to spice it up a little bit. But just going down Mary Street, walking into the ground, it was different to going to watch the pre-season game against Penrith. This was the real deal. Absolutely nervous. Loved seeing the crowd when I got to sit on my seat and look at the hill and see that sea of orange, black and white, predominantly orange to be fair. But it was just great to feel nervous because I knew how important this game was. I know the hopes of our fan base has been absolutely huge after a great preseason. We saw Parramatta and the Gold Coast have great preseasons and get their asses kicked round one. This was our first match, and just to see the jubilation and the celebration amongst everyone, and also just on a personal note, the people that were sitting next to me introducing themselves to me and saying how much they loved all our shows. That was really cool too. So just a great day. So that was my good.
I just saw Kelly. Kelly's in the chat as well. So Kelly and Rach, our soon-to-be NRLW show host. Sorry to cut you off.
Was Kelly sledging you there, Shane?
Sorry?
Was Kelly sledging you there?
No. It was
the girls.
else.
That show is going to, I think their show is going to be much more mature than this one. I think they're going to be much better analysis and, than us lunatics. But anyway, what's your good?
I can't go past the Alex Johnson try record. I don't think that'll be broken, to be fair. And, you know, congratulations to him. He's not a massive name in the NRL, but he's just been there for so long. Deserves every accolade. I love the crowd running on the field. There should be more of it. I say we should go back to the old days, Rob, at full time. Don't worry about the interviews.
Go have a kick.
10 or 9, get rid of Fox. Just
GGB, Triple M.
Let the crowd run on at full
SEM.
time. That was the best.
They were good days.
Growing up. You don't remember it? They weren't doing that when you were at the footy?
I don't remember that being a thing in the 90s. No.
I think they stopped it in about 88, 87.
No, I actually thought it was still going in the 90s, to be fair, but maybe it didn't.
I started going in the football
late 90s.
Sydney Tigers era was when I started going the footy, and I don't remember ever going on the field at all.
Rex Mossop hated it, Rob. If you remember,
I don't remember.
He hated the crowd rush at full time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he used to blow up.
Yeah, I guess being able to rush up to players, knowing what people are like in society these days. Unfortunately, it's not going to be.
Yeah, it'll never come back.
The kids got to go on the field, but they've got to wait for the second siren now. And
that's the best we're going to get.
So
it is what it is.
Player safety. You don't want. I mean, considering that there's players getting death threats on. I mean, they're cowards online. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that there are dead shits out there that might do harm to media people or. I
get it. I just like the old stuff.
The olden days.
The good old days.
The good old days.
How much was petrol back then?
A lot cheaper than it is now. Let's just say that.
You know, I'm old enough. I remember when I first got my license, petrol was under $1 a litre.
I remember going to Ayers Rock. back in 1997. Ayers Rock. And I remember freaking out seeing it was like 61 cents there.
Yeah. I remember when I had my peas, it was 37 cents a litre.
37 cents with lead in it.
It's 37 cents. I don't remember. I even went to a service station on the North Shore on the Pacific Highway and actually still had people filling up your car when I was 17. Like an actual proper service station. That was so rare.
Man, we missed out the 90s, didn't we? We just had Pearl Jam.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all we had.
Righto, movie. Oh, bad. We need the bad now.
Okay, so my bad is only having one standalone game on Saturday at Leichhardt. As great a day as it was, I think when you're paying anything from $30 to $100 a ticket, and I guess the corporates are paying $250 and $350 a ticket to only have one game there. And it's not a shot at the West Magpies. We had Balmain, Harold, Matson, SG Ball the next day at Leichhardt. Surely we could have put a game or two on, get them used to playing in front of a crowd, give us sort of folk a little bit more value for money. I'm sure it was great for our friends at the Orange Grove Hotel who got to drink till a lot later before they rocked up to the game, and we love the Orange Grove Hotel. But yeah, we got to be better than that, guys. It's 2026 and we're getting one game. We need some value for money.
The good news is this week at Gosford, the West play, or Magpies play before the first grade.
That's good.
That's a positive. That's good to see.
Lots of petrol chat going on.
Is it? Kick that off.
The ugly.
Has Shane done his bad?
Sorry.
Oh, I expected a lot more from the Dolphins-Titans game. And what I saw was just putrid. It was horrible. I was waiting for it to kick off. It just never did. I kid you not, if we lose to either of those sides this year, kick us out. We don't deserve to be in the comp. They were that bad. I won't watch them again. And I'm a big Dolphins fan. I thought they did really well last year and the year before, but I don't know what they're doing. But and less said about the Titans, the better.
Funny thing about the game, my son doing his tips last week, he wanted to tip the Titans. And I said, oh, mate, the Titans, they're not good. They're not good. He's like, all right. Sure enough, the Titans go out to a 14-0 lead. And he turns to me. He's like, I told you I wanted to tip the Titans. He goes to bed and then he wakes up the next morning and go, the Dolphins.
They're worse than Cronulla.
Dolphins won. So, righto. Now, give us the ugly.
My ugly might just go for a little bit longer than 30 seconds. So there are two uglies here, but my first ugly is to Alan Fowler, West Tigers board member who, brought the West Magpies into disrepute. He's made, alleged defamatory comments against 3 former Holman Barnes directors. Whether that was justified or not, it's not the point. You're a board member. You don't say stuff like that. He also had a go at former CEO Simon Cook, where he put an R in the middle of his name and did that publicly, which is rather stupid. And then my second ugly, he's doubled down on that with a racial profiling comment of Canterbury supporters, which everyone thinks is a joke. If I was a Canterbury supporter, I wouldn't find that a joke. But my second ugly, I won't name the person, but it's also another West Magpies board member who contacted me tonight to basically threaten to rehash the events of 2 years ago where I made some sexist comments against Casey Badger. What this guy needs to know is that when you've been smashed by 2GB, The Telegraph and all other media outlets, you putting it on a Facebook page to 200 Magpie morons is not going to affect me. Given the fact, I'm not going to name you because I know you take pleasure out of it, but you actually got sacked as chairman of the Magpies and somehow you found and weaseled your way back into that position. But the difference between Alan Fowler and myself is when I made those comments, I removed them from social media. I served my penance and didn't do this podcast for about 6 weeks. And then when I came back, I publicly apologized. Your stupid, foolish friend doubled down on them today, claimed they were political comments, which they weren't. They were racial profiling. Both you guys have proper positions as West Magpie board members. And again, you disrepute that whole organisation. Now, you're not Holman Barnes, but the problem is, unless you're an independent, to get on the West Tigers board, you come through Holman Barnes Group, and before that, you generally come through the West Magpies Group. So again, you stay in this whole club. Whether I've mentioned it publicly, whether I've spoken to media reporters or not, is not the point. You guys keep putting your foot in it. And then the irony of you trying to say you're going to rehash my Casey Badger comments, which, as I said, I don't care. It's done. Everyone make mistakes. We move on. The irony of that is I've got about a dozen photos of Alan Fowler's shots showing more sexism than anyone would care to imagine. So again, you fool, thank you for reaching out to me today. And thank you for showing the whole world. I'm going to keep reminding the whole world how low life and how petty you are, and that you're actually a board member with a responsible position and you're coming after a podcast. And let me tell you, I could bring down that whole organisation, but right now I just want to focus on the footy. But the second you guys step out of line, I'll be down your throat in a heartbeat. There's my ugly.
Tough one to follow there, Hoff. You're not going to say the jersey, are you?
No. I'm talking footy.
He called me a liar about 50 times on the thread. Like he kept asking me questions, kept accusing me of lying. And like the problem is, you're the ones that put your feet in your mouth. That's it. We've all done it. We all make mistakes, like I said, but you double down on them and then you make it worse. Anyway, sorry, Shane. You go ahead.
Gussie enjoyed that.
I was on such a high from the weekend. I found it hard to find an ugly, and I'd hate doing it because I thought he actually still went okay. But I got to say, Luke Lowry, just coming in twice, leading those 2 tries in on Saturday, probably was the ugly part of that game. Hopefully, he learns from it. He's got another chance this week. Again, I'm not going to crucify him. I know he got a lot of heat saying he was, horrible. I don't think he was horrible. And I hope he make amends this week. He's up against Campbell Graham, I think. So I'm sure, hopefully he does.
If he plays left wing, he is, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with you, Luke. But, that was the ugly, unfortunately.
Righto. Speaking of which, the team list for this week. Obviously, you guys on Claws Out, Rob went through the team list a little bit. So, Hop, I'll get your opinion first on firstly, you mentioned it. Might as well follow on from what you were just saying. So, in terms of the back line, so we've got Buller at fullback, obviously. Truve has been moved to the wing. Jarrell Skelton into the centres.
Yep.
Makasini and Lolili on the other side, the centre and wing. Interesting.
I'm looking forward to the Makasini-Whiten matchup. That'll be huge, I think. That'll be probably his big test, do you reckon? His first big test, Maccas?
Well, Jack Whiten is a formidable opponent, and he's a great defender, great attacker. But I think, just any game for Macca, as great as he is, he's a challenge and a test. Thank you.
Yeah, we just got to remember he's a kid, and I think everyone was expecting him to score 1 million tries on the weekend. He was still solid, and that's what we've got to expect from him. Being an 18-year-old, he's still finding his feet.
It's a lot of experience in that back line compared to, certainly the outside backs compared to ours, Rob, isn't it? Obviously, Johnson, most prolific try scorer of all time, Latrell, Whiten, Campbell Graham, Cody Walker, Jamie Humphries, not so much there in half-back, but, a lot of experience and a lot of power, and obviously the main reason Alex Johnson has scored the most tries in history is because it's such a potent.
It's an amazing back line when you consider that 2 or 3 years ago we would have jumped at having Campbell Graham as a centre or Jack Whiten as a 5'8", or a centre there. They've got an embarrassment of riches. Whiten is a left side of the field player. He's just had to play right side, just like Taylor May had to play right side for us. They've got an embarrassment of riches. They've got some good forwards. Colin Matangi goes well. It's well noted that Cameron Murray's play the ball is probably one of the fastest in the NRL. They got strike in both their second rowers in David Fafita and Tallis Duncan. Great offloaders of the ball, great try scorers. We're just going to have to get up and in their face and, try and win the field position battle. But then again, if you move up too quickly, they can always put the kick behind the line. So we've just got to be on our game, guys, and make the most of our opportunities. Take them. Don't drop the ball when the line's wide open. It's going to be a tough ask. I know we can win. I'm not sure if we will. I'm not tipping us to win, but I know we can win. But it's good.
You'd rather play them up in Gosford, though, than at Allianz, right?
True.
I know, but I would rather have played them too if they'd have beaten the Roosters. I just think, after you lose, you just get a little bit hungrier and a bit harder. And I mentioned last night, I'm glad that Alex Johnson got his, record-breaking try against them and not us.
Yeah.
But look, we'll just go out there and do our best. And look, we've prepared really well with everything we do. So I know the boys will have a great game plan. Our halves are in form. As good as their halfback is, Jamie Humphries, with his kicking game, he's a big unit. Like he's pretty cumbersome. He's not a mobile bloke. So we can hopefully take advantage of his, lack of mobility. And we've got to go at Cody Walker, like Gary Watson said last night on our preview. He's a bit rocks and diamonds later. He's not a great defender. Just get under his skin a little bit, irritate him, hopefully provoke a sin bin, a bit like I do with the West Magpies board members. But I think, look, we can win. And again, I'm just being honest. I don't like lying and saying we're going to win if I don't think we aren't.
It'll be tough. It'll be
a tough game, but the boys will be up for it.
Latrell's had his only good game of the year, so that's good for us. And our pack, our interchange, I think we got them covered.
Yeah, our bench I think's better. I agree with you there
compared to theirs.
So the bench, the four packs as is last week. So Terrell May, Fanil Pole starting the prop positions. Appy Hooker, obviously Fainu and Kai Pearce-Paul, as you call the Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers, love them.
So. yeah, but hopefully they can bring down some players.
Look at
Alex Lock.
Yeah. Look at our interchange. Now you got Jock Madden. Will he get a run this week?
Well, he's at 14. So.
I think the thing is going to be, if we do give Appy a rest, is he going to bring on Madden as the replacement, or is he going to bring on Hope? So we never found out last week because we got forced with that interchange with Taylor May coming off and Jarrell Skelton coming on. So we really didn't find out. But as I think we all think, we don't want Appy playing 71 minutes every week.
No,
just for his longevity, even though people say, well, it is what it is.
No Bunty again, though?
No Bunty. Well, I guess you don't want to change a winning forward pack.
No, exactly.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't want to take Adele Tatas the other night. I wasn't happy with Fanua Bole's game. I mean, he had not just missed tackles, he had back-to-back missed tackles in some instances. He's got to be better in terms of his defence. His running was quite good. Yeah. He didn't play big minutes, which doesn't bother me, but I just want his defence to be in a bit better shape, and hopefully he didn't have an error really last week, but I just hope he doesn't have that regular one brain fade that he does every week.
Funny if he's in the 20 jersey, so maybe he'll slot in a bit of.
It's a long shot. Well, we'll find out obviously when the West Magpies play earlier, because if he drops out, and he'll be playing in that game.
Well, even
you will.
You might get a better 24 hours out. They cut to 19.
I think it'll change. Yeah,
we'll cut to the 19. 24 hours out. So we'll see come Friday, I guess, if Bunty is going to get a club debut. But the Jock Madden, the fact that he's at 14, I mean, I know numbers mean nothing and players should be able to pick their own numbers anyway, but that's an argument for another day. If he's in the 14, I feel like Jock Madden
He will. I think he will.
I think he's going to get a run.
Yeah,
so.
He will.
I think Appy, we can't just play Appy. I mean, he would have played 80 last week had we not have put the game away.
Correct.
He only came off because the game was done.
And we couldn't even replace him with a like for like. We'd already used our 4 interchanges. So Sione Fainu came on and started throwing Harbour Bridge passes from dummy half.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
I reckon Jock will give Appy a bit of a spell, which is good, I think. So
how far away is Latu again?
Latu's a few weeks away. I heard
he'll probably have to spend a bit of time in Cup as well. I dare say. I don't think he'll come straight back into that 14.
I'm hearing some rumours about his shoulder, which potentially aren't the greatest bit of news, but I don't want to confirm those till I hear it from someone else.
Yeah, that's disappointing if that's the case.
Righto, into your player ratings for this week. So thank you to everyone who submitted. So Kai Pierce-Paul, 9.3, topped it there. So if you're watching on the YouTube, I won't go put everyone on the audio through the displeasure of reading them out anymore. But Kai Pierce-Paul, 9.3 at the top. Jerome Luai, 9.0 second. Adam Duahi and Appy Coruscant tied for third with 8.57. Any numbers on there, guys?
I disagree.
Incorrect.
Kai Pierce-Paul went well, but he wasn't in my top 3. I did AD and Jerome. I think they were great. Jerome just had the ball on a string that whole game, and AD's running game was so powerful, so strong, and that's what we need. It let Jerome probably run a bit more, I think. And by a mile, Sam Fainu, his best game in West Tigers colours I've ever seen. From the 10th minute, that individual try that he scored, right through to that 77th minute when he smashed Burns, ball popped loose. We could have scored again from that. He was immense that whole game. I don't know how many metres he made or how many tackles, but he was everywhere. And hats off to him.
We've got Jay here on the
Jay's into it.
He's our Googler tonight, so he'll look that up for you.
Yeah, I think
so good. He was so good, Sam Fainu.
I think the halves, the 2 second rowers and our hooker, I wouldn't have cared who got 3-2-1s in any particular order. I mean, obviously, Adele has said that, Luai was by far the best player on the field. I still think it starts with Adam. But at the same time, when you've got Kai Pierce-Paul as a new buy to the club, to be able to score 2 tries in one game, not that they were hard tries to score, but it was more his really solid defence, the way he brought the ball out of our own end. He really showed that he was there to promote his physicality. He's a big unit, and he just looked like the twin tower that he is. And Sam Fainu said it before, but I can't believe how much he's grown in the off season. He has bulked up so much
massive.
in all the right places.
So big.
He bust the line a few times. He scored a try as well. But on Kai Pearce-Paul, I mean, I think he only scored 3 tries in 2 years for Newcastle. He scored 2 in 1 game for us. So, an amazing buy.
They were easy tries, but he was there to score them.
That's right.
So you can't ask for much more than that.
No, good hole running on the first one, and a good read of the Jerome Luai grubber kick for the second one.
Any others that stand out for you guys that we have players that we haven't talked about yet?
Appy was underrated.
Yeah.
I thought Appy was great. Terrell May, but not having played a trial as well, just like Kai Pearce-Paul. I thought Terrell May's first stint was brilliant. Had some offloads, did some hard running. His defense was amazing. He hasn't missed a beat. And the best part about it was he got reduced minutes. He averaged 72 minutes a game last year. I think he only played maybe 52 the other day. So we're just getting a little bit more out of him in terms of impact as opposed to durability and sustainability. So very happy really with everyone, except for, like I said, not everyone's going to have a great game, but I wasn't happy totally with Fanua. And as Shane said earlier, Luke Lauliti's hands could have been a little bit better, but he did some amazing things like the try-saving tackle and the intercept.
That was a big try he scored. He had to do a lot of work.
Yeah, that try-saving tackle he did at the time he did it. That actually made up for a couple of the handling errors he did. So, look, they all put in 100%. That's all you can ask of the team. They're human beings. They're going to make mistakes. Some are going to play great, some aren't. But, all around a wonderful start.
They all
of the
played
year.
well. They all played
Wonderful
so
start
well.
of the year.
Hats off to Benji for getting them up. Good on him.
Yeah.
Benji, his rating, he got given a 8.3.
I loved him on the sideline on Saturday. He was practically coaching from the sideline, which I know you're not meant to do.
You love sitting right behind.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good.
You're never going there again.
He was he was really good talking to Mackie. He was talking to Sunny. He was talking to them all, telling them what to do. I didn't think they were allowed to do that.
What, talk to their own players?
Plus he was pacing. I thought they're not allowed to coach from the sideline. I know
they are allowed to pace
coach
from the sideline.
Yeah.
I don't know about pacing up and down the sideline, but they generally
walking and
take a seat and stuff like that. But
no, he was vamped.
I guess if Ricky Stewart can do it, why can't Benji?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why coaches sit up in the stand. I know they get a better view, but
I think that's my reason. I'd like to be sitting in with a better view of what's going on, so I know how to adjust. But Benji's trusting his assistant coach's eyes for that sort of feedback.
He's more he's the people person sort of coach. So maybe being face to face, like the face to face person as they come on and off the field, is an advantage.
Yeah, no, it's really good, really good.
It's working. Right, some of the best comments the fellas picked the best comments. So thank you to everyone. We're trying to organise some prizes for these as the year goes on. Craig Aquilina, did you pick Craig?
No, I think Gary did.
Gary picked Craig. Hard to pick a top 5, let alone a top 3. Love the intent from the team from the get-go and can't blame them for having a 20-minute period where intensity dropped, having to wait an extra 2 weeks before they played, but loved how they wrestled back momentum to keep their foot on the throat of the Cowgirls up the Tigers. Rollo, I liked Rollo's one. Finally, expectations and performance aligned. Very impressed with being able to adapt after losing Talon because the team performance didn't suffer. Genuine belief and camaraderie were apparent as the excitement of KPP's first dry celebration showed true passion for a club debutante. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. 1 in a row. And Tom Smith, that was your pick, wasn't it? Tom Smith said, almost perfect way to start the year. The team chemistry is grand final standards. Appy and Luai had full control of the game. Everything we did was on the back of their work. KPB showed his true potential as we unlocked him instead of caging him like the Knights did. Skelton was nothing but impressive. Visually, our weakest link and only underwhelming player was Luke, but stats-wise, he still held his ground. The start of the second half gave us all a panic attack, but showed the importance of the momentum, cleaning up errors, nearly scoring 50 points in our first game as is a new club record. If the boys stay fit and stay connected with the addition of Talon, Toa and Latu, top 6 is achievable.
Great comment, Tom.
Yeah, good, really good pick there.
Good choice, Shano.
Thanks, Roberto.
Righto, trivia time. You got your brains ready?
Here we go. I'm going for what, none out of 10 now.
We do
in 3 shows.
You want to do score predictions?
Yeah,
Oh, you want to do? Well, mate, listen.
Sorry.
Listen. Like I know you blokes.
We've got to
He's
run.
a man.
I think the guy in between us is the bloke that is in charge
On
here.
the slides, I have.
He overruled me like last week for the rest of the round tipping. Remember, so I'm not letting you get away with it.
We'll tease the score predictions because everyone will be dying to hear yours. So we'll get it. We'll do trivia and then we'll do score predictions.
All right.
Is that all right?
All good. Yes.
All right.
Proceed.
First one. What is Polytech Stadium where we're playing this weekend? What's its original name? Do you guys know this? I think every person on the Central Coast would know, but let's see if you guys do. And can you name one of the 70 other names that it's had over the years?
Gosford Oval or something? North Sydney Oval?
I'll give you a clue.
I know it. I will know it once I hear it.
It's a male's name.
It's a male's name.
Reginald Park.
Reginald.
Is that it?
No,
Nowhere near it.
Just
I got no idea.
Stadium?
That's what it's called now, but
No, that's called
officially.
something else.
Is it near the old Central Coast Leagues Club?
It's right next to it.
Okay.
Yeah, right next to Central Coast.
Club
Leagues.
Troppo. Get there on a Saturday night.
Gosh.
Yeah,
You know how many New Year's Eves I spent as a teenager there? Oh my God.
yeah. Club Troppo closed basically as I turned 18. I never got to experience
Unlucky.
Club Troppo.
was great.
As said in the comments by just about everyone watching the show, Graham Park.
Graham Park.
I'm old enough to have played at Graham Park before it was.
Never heard of it.
It was
I don't
sort of
remember
red
that name.
greens
No?
and
Yeah, I
old.
do now. I
Okay.
do now.
You're also another tidbit about the Central Coast. You know the bridge that you come over?
Yes.
Yep.
So the
Like over the railway line?
Brian McGowan Bridge, I think it's called.
I'm not sure.
That bridge wasn't there when I was a kid. So when you came into Gosford when I was a kid, you actually had to. People probably don't even know whether it
I
was,
know what you're going to say. The old Sydney town sort of trek around that
when
way.
you came into Gosford, near the stadium, when you walk down from when you usually park, there's a railway bridge that's one road either way with a roundabout. That was the only way you got through from Carryong to Gosford.
Okay.
That bridge was not a thing. So going from anywhere on the Central Coast, say Erin or Terrigal or whatever, was a nightmare to get up Carryong. And Carryong Hill, do you know how you go up Carryong Hill one way and then you come down into Gosford?
Yeah.
There's like a dual lane. When I was a kid, it was one way each way up Carryong Hill. Again, like going to Sydney, and then we didn't have the M4. So my family were all from Shouts Rudy Hill. Driving to Rudy Hill took 2 hours because getting from Erina to, it was just a nightmare. So it's a hell of a city, Gosford. I highly recommend it.
Did you ever travel up there, Shane?
I used to go up there to Avoca Beach for holidays often.
By car, or can you tell us the bus number that
That's
went up
coming
there?
up. That's coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
Comments.
That's coming up.
Okay.
Gosford Station, easy walk if you're heading up. So,
Well, okay, we'll cover it now. Gosford, for all the West Tigers fans, you can get the train from Central, leaves platform 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12. There's express trains that go from Strathfield, Hornsby, straight to
Epping.
Gosford.
Yep.
And Epping, and Woy Woy. Or you can get the all stations. So there's no excuse for the West Tigers fan.
And get up there early.
Get up there early.
Yep. Get to the ambush event. And Gary, I forgot where the ambush event's at. Put it in the comments, mate, if you're watching, please.
Yeah, what's the...
And
someone
we'll
actually
read it
asked
out.
about where everyone was going.
Yeah, their meeting, is it the
ambush?
It starts with an SH or something. I can't remember.
I'm going to lie. I was born in Gosford, lived one suburb away, but it wasn't really the place. I spent most of my youth in Terrigal, which is much nicer than Gosford. But
okay.
Yeah, let us know, Gaz, what that pub is. Drifters Wharf.
That's it. Thank you, Gary.
And Kelly. They'll be there. And Sean
from 4:30. Sean
Mellencamp's going to be
Sean Melcamp.
Melcamp,
Yeah,
sorry.
I keep getting told
Not
don't
Cougar.
do the John Cougar stuff. Yeah, Melcamp.
Jack and
he'll
Diane
be
won't
there.
No.
Righto. Moving on. What are we doing again? Trivia. Lost my train of thought.
Yeah, 3 questions or something.
Graham Park. Yep.
Was that what the first question
That was the
was?
first question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on a massive tangent. Central Coast.
Got my 0% record going well here.
Right. So moving on. Our first game at Gosford versus the Northern Eagles was round 10 in the year 2000. Who were our halves in that game?
I got one of them.
Name him.
Craigfield.
Yes.
Very good.
5'8". 5'8".
I didn't realize this.
We won that game, I'm pretty sure. I was there.
Don't tell me it was something freaky like Kevin McGuinness out of position or something.
No, it was a
genuine 5'8"?
half.
Ooh. No idea.
No, I got no idea.
Put it this way, I thought you were more likely to get it than Shane was.
So it's an ex-Balmain player.
Michael Withers or something?
He was a winger, wasn't he?
No, I don't know. No, Michael Gillette, was it?
Yes, Michael Gillette. Well done.
I got my Lincoln Withers and my Michael Gillette mixed up and combined them. Yeah, tall, sort of rangy, 5'8". Pretty good.
He played
like
14
try
games
scorer.
that year for us.
That would have been near the back end of his career.
I completely forgot that Michael Gillette played for West. I thought he was always.
Me too.
Yeah, but he played 14 games that year. There you go. 26 years ago. But yeah, he quite the player, Michael Gillette. But Craig Field was a great player. It's just
on his day.
On his day. So I remember a game watching Craig Field where he kicked 2 field goals at Leichhardt in the late 90s to give Balmain the win over the Panthers. That was a good day. Righto, moving on to the next one. In that game, someone...
Excuse me, I got to just make an emergency exit.
Oh, I thought you didn't like the question. Someone... okay, I'll ask you when you get back. Who scored a hat-trick in that game?
Jared McCracken. I don't know.
Actually, I think I've got my slides mixed up there.
Okay.
I think I actually missed a question there.
I can't believe I remembered Craig Field.
I had a question in between, and I've not left the slide. I was going to ask. I do remember the question. The exact crowd when the West Tigers played the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Leichhardt in 2005. What was the exact crowd number? I'm going to have to look it up because I forgot to make a slide for it.
Well, they used to let more people in than they do now.
They sure do.
Back then.
Put it this way, significantly more than
give me 1,000. Like, give me a buffer of. If I say something 1,000, and it falls into that bracket,
I'll give you a point.
You give me it.
All right.
19,000.
Higher.
Shit. 21? No,
21. Higher.
Oh, where are they fitting 21,000 in Leichhardt?
22,877 people. I was on the hill that day. There were people literally on the roofs.
Well, there 5,000 on that veranda from that house, were there?
I don't know how. One, I was talking to someone at the game. One big difference, if you notice on the weekend, all the old SCG seats that are now reserve seats on the hill.
Yep.
It was a bench back then.
Oh, so
I can only imagine people sitting on laps or something because there was nearly 23,000 people. There was 17. Think how packed it was at 17 on the weekend. There was nearly 23,000 in 2005. And the next question was, someone scored a hat-trick that day. Who scored the hat-trick?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember who our wingers were. Yeah, no, got no idea.
Rage was the closest there, 22,000. Yeah, Gaz.
Brad Hodgson?
23,000.
No, he wouldn't have scored a hat-trick. But just on crowds, I think the ground record for Lidcombe was against the South game in the 76, maybe, or it was against Parramatta, one of them.
2,300 people?
No, smart ass. It was like ridiculous. It was 17,000 in Lidcombe or something. I think they crammed in. They were on the bike track. Yeah, it was.
Oh, so you can see it on the bike track.
There's YouTube footage of it. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Right. So you actually could go on the bike track.
Oh, when it was really packed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you could. Well, all the kids mainly would sit around the velodrome.
Yeah, that's
and watch it. It was mad. But again, yeah, it's such a small ground, but they used to cram everyone in. There was no OH&S then.
Emmanuel and Rach got it right, and Kim as well. Robbie Farah scored a hat-trick that day.
What, it would have been a kid.
Righto, who am I to finish? Now I've got to find my who am I question because I did hide it, so you guys.
You'd be good at this, Jay.
Couldn't see it. Jay, introduce yourself to the people as Rob's just stepped off.
Jay? Come on the screen now.
You've been on the show before. Jay's been on plenty. If you've ever watched a live watch along, Jay's been on before. How's your West Tigers trivia, Jay?
We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty good post 2019. I can't give you the best strike rate in the 2010s.
All right, who am I? I was born on the 27th of January 1983 in Sydney. come from a proud Tongan and Maori background, attended Patrician Brothers College in Fairfield, which is obviously a great rugby league school as well. Any ideas yet? Okay, no. Internationally, I represented both New Zealand and Tonga rugby league team, showing plenty of versatility. In rugby league terms, I was known for my versatility playing as a lock, hooker, and second row throughout my career. I made my debut in 2003 and became that was for the West Tigers. Of course, I went on to play 200 NRL games, long stints with the Tigers, and also some time at the Canterbury Bulldogs. Any?
Oh, he popped into my head, but now he's gone.
It wouldn't be Dean Hallertau, would it?
It is Dean Hallertau. Nice work.
Jay, 1 out of 1.
There we go. I'm on the board.
Perfect record.
I have to give Rob my points.
So there you go. Yeah, good on Dean Hallertau. One that I thought of Dean Hallertau for this week because there's a video. I think Kelly actually shared it on Facebook. He's in the background of an SEN video calling the game. And Dean Hallertau works in the NRL. He's like fist pumping as the Tigers score a try. So he's obviously still loves the club. So shouts to Kapow Hallertau. What a legend of the club. So I hope everyone enjoyed that. Right, do you want to do score predictions?
Yep. Score predictions, I think I'm going to tip us. I'm not confident. It's probably similar to Rob. But, you know, I think we'll just scrape by 24-22. I think we'll go to an early lead. And I think we'll shit ourselves. South will score 2 quick tries in the last 8 minutes. And Latrell will miss the goal to put it in the golden point.
That's very, very specific.
Very thorough.
Golden point. We're going to have to go through golden point.
Put it this way, I don't think it's going to be a game where we're going to be sitting back, enjoying punching the air. We're going to be on the edge of our seats, as always. But that's just what it's like being a West Tigers fan, you know?
Yeah, it is going to be. I think it's going to rain. It's going to be wet at Gosford, so it might be. Everyone's saying a high-scoring game, but if it's wet, yeah, it's a tough one. I'm going to go West Tigers. Maybe a field goal win. Who's most likely to kick a field goal in the wet?
You probably think Dewey.
Yeah. Who's that?
You probably think Adam Dewey would be one who'd slot it.
Appy Coruscant, field goal win. Snap it, Robbie Farah style. Snap it from
Jock Madden might, because Appy might be off the field.
Maybe
he doesn't play the full game.
I reckon we have a few missed attempts if Appy has a go. You know, Appy will be the sort of guy who'll take control of the team, go for it from dummy half of the Rabbitohs chasing after Dewey.
God, I don't want to see golden point.
I know you brought that up. I hate golden point.
Golden point.
So do I.
What's wrong with the draw? Why can't we just go back to having a draw?
Well, golden try.
Yeah, but then you got the attrition and the players freaking out and having a whinge to the Players Association about playing too long. No, just have a draw.
Minutes.
Have a draw.
And not just because we would have made the 8 during this time if there was a draw instead of golden point.
Well, is that true? Is it?
A couple of times, certainly in 2019. We had a couple of we had a golden point against Panthers, so that would have kept us out.
So 2 more points, and we lost both of them, and 2 more points would have got us in the 8.
We got one golden point win against Cowboys, lost the golden point in Penrith, and I think they won through a tie later on. It was really close, but we barely made the 8 in 2019.
I didn't know that. All right, I'm with you, Hoff. Yeah, I hate golden point. It's the worst.
Or at least a bonus point to the loser or something. I just don't believe 2 teams play for 80 minutes and one team walks away with nothing. I just think it's unfair.
Right, lower grades last week, knock-on effect cup. The Bears got up against the Magpies 26-16.
Jack Addard had a really, really good game.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He did. So, you know, waiting in the wings.
Jersey Flags, they carved up Fiji 52-16. Andrew Johns Cup, both those, and Andrew Johns and Laurie Daly Cup, they're both to the semi-finals this week. In Andrew Johns, they smacked the Steelers 30-24. In Laurie Daly, they smacked the Steelers 40-8. Lisa Fiola got up as well. Got a lot of wins this week for our club. Lisa Fiola girls 30-0 over the Manly. Tasha Gale 34-6 over Manly. Harold Matts, the Magpies went down 32-18 to Manly. Bloody Silvertails. The Balmain got up 24-22 over the Waz. SG Ball, the Magpies lost 44-26. Those freaking Silvertails. Balmain went down to the Warriors 24-16. And then this week, I believe we've got 2 games before.
There's 2, is there?
It's a triple header. I
get it.
That's good. So it should be.
So Jersey Flegg and New South Wales Cup all playing at Graham Park on Saturday. So 3:25 for Flegg. New South Wales Cup at 5:10. So yeah, get there if you're not going to the pub with Gary and Sean and everyone. Andrew Johns Cup, there, as I said, they're in a semi-final, 10 a.m. at Dudley Chesham Sports Ground. Do you know where that is?
Nope.
Nope, neither do I. Laurie Daly is the same. They're at 11:30. They're both playing semi-finals. One's against the Bulldogs, one's against the Knights. Harold Matts, the Tigers are playing Manly this week. Bloody Silvertails at 4 Pines Park. And the Magpies and Harold Matts are playing at Kirkham Oval against the Doggies. Then SG Ball, obviously, and Matts match that. Those, obviously, Harold Matts and SG Ball are the same. Lisa Fiola and Tasha Gale, they're playing the Steelers also at Kirkham Oval. So get up to Camden, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 games of West Tigers or West Footy Magpies/Tigers on Saturday if you're not heading up to Gosford. So yeah, plenty of wins happening across the club. It's like we've had a really good CEO that set up a really good foundation of systems.
You're going okay.
It's a shame that we had to get rid of him.
Particularly that Silktails win. Like, it's a massive scoreline, but if you look at the Silktails for Fiji, how they were going the week before, they didn't look like the easy beats they usually were. So that was pretty impressive, especially.
Shouts to Easy Beats. Second Easy Beats mention
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, shouts to George Young and Harry Bander. Righto, anything, Jay? Thanks for being. You're our Jock Madden this week.
There you go.
You got a run, Jay?
Yeah.
I know. How good is that? Where's my contract extension?
Contract extension. Righto, anything else, Hoff, you want to say before you're not heading up to Gosford?
No, it's Golden Slipper Day, so I'm catching up with some mates over in Manly, would you believe? Place I don't fit in, but yeah, catching up with them, and I'll watch the game from somewhere.
And next week, obviously, we're playing the Wars, so we'll preview that game. Please give us a subscribe. Let's see what the subscriber numbers. Have we hit the 3,000 tonight? What are we up to? 2,988,
I think it was.
It was 88. Let's see. I've hit refresh button. Have we hit the 3,000? So if you are watching this on YouTube, if you listen back to this, go to it's still 2988. Obviously,
all of our loyal viewers have already signed up.
Live viewers are obviously already subscribers. So, righto, it's time to say good night to Big Dog. You get your debut for the outro there, Jay. I'm heading up to Gosford, so say good day if you are heading up to Gosford.
You're going to do the after game interviews?
No, it's an away game. Home games only.
Okay.
It's a family reunion at Gosford.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Literally half the stadium related to me.
Yeah,
it's the Central Coast. So literally, like both sides of my family are all going to the game. So I'll be up there with the family having some beers. Haven't seen them for a while. So heading up to Gosford, get the train.
Get the train from Central. Every half hour it leaves from.
Through Epping, Hornsby. Don't get off at Woy Woy. Get off at Gosford. Walk down to the stadium. The Hoff, you have been warned. And we'll give you advice on how to fly to Auckland next week when we preview the Wires game.
I won't be here next week. So
okay.
I would have, though.
Well, can you text me?
Yes, I'll work
how to book flights to Auckland.
Tip 1, don't go domestic.
Go via Nardi.
Yeah.
Oh, Gussie snuck in a little $5 super chat. Good on you, Gussie.
On you, Gussie.
Great work, fellas. Super proud of you all. Much love. Great West Tigers humans. Gussie is a Patreon member.
Best ever.
He's our super fan. He's the Laurie Nichols of the West Tigers TV channel. Love you, Gussie. Love yous all.
Yep.
And as always,
go West Tigers.
Up the Tigers.
Thanks for listening to West Tigers Life Podcast. What a great show. Love that Rob Bichara. Check out all their episodes and content at westtigers.com.au. What great content. Watch Coach's Report with Otto live by joining patreon.com/WestsLife. What a great deal. join their Discord as well. Wow, fantastic. Please grab that subscribe button by the